man. Hi guys. Hello, how are you? Hold on one second. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to New Revolution. My name is Delana. I hope you guys are all doing well. I apologize for my 2-day delay. I put off my responsibilities for over the weekend because last week my focus was work and watching the World Series. So that was my focus. It was amazing. Go Dodgers, back to back. Anyhow, yeah, so that's what I was doing. And Saturday I went to go hang out and watch the last game with my cousin and her husband and my little cousin and her dad, my uncle. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Dia de los Muertos, for all the passed on loved ones, for the ancestors, flowers, candles, honoring them with whatever treats they like and food and stuff, and just putting it out there and praying and reminiscing the good moments and, keeping their spirit alive. So that's what I've been up to. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys have had this purge. It's like a purge, and it's exciting. Like the World Series, the last game was not unexpected, but like perfect timing for like everything. Just like the energy and I get all wild when I watch baseball game, especially the World Series. I'm very like, come on, throw the ball. Like I'm very like that. So a lot of my energy, not aggression, but like built up, whatever, like residual energy went towards that. Yelling at the players. Anyways. So yeah. Let's go to the downloads. I'm here to do reading for the collective. So we are actively in this new timeline, this new energy, this frequency, not new, but it's more prominent, and I feel as though there's more of a collective energy with that. Leaving the past illusions behind and just, the doors closed. I said what I said. I meant what I said. Did I stutter by, like that, like out of sight, out of mind, pretty much. But I did have a couple of downloads. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Interesting. I have a list of like all my people that have passed. Creepy, not creepy, but like odd thing happened today. I was taking a shower and the light to the bathroom was just like, bah, 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 bah. I was like, Mom, is this you? And I swear the lights were just like, they turned off, like, not turned off, but it went out like 3 times for like at least 3 seconds, It's just like, that never has happened. So she was present and very, and what's crazy, I was given these boxes of like her things that I didn't ask for and I wasn't expecting. And anyways, we brought them inside yesterday, and one of them had one of the things that was in the box was this framed, like it said "to my friend," and it was like this poem, or like it was like a card form, but it had all these, it said whatever it said, right, about how good of a friend, blah 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 blah. But in the back had a music box, and when I was younger, my mom had this like gold music box that was shaped like a piano, and inside was like red velvet fabric that like you could put rings in or whatever, but it like it was a jewelry box. Like it would made it had music, the twisty thing, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like the wind up type of thing. And so the day before, Sunday, was it Monday, my niña and I brought him in the house, and I found it. I took in one box, and that whatever frame thing with the music on it, with the music box, I had unboxed it Sunday night. And then Monday, when we were going through them, I had showed it to her, and I had turned it on and wound it up. And so it had stopped playing, and like 20 minutes had gone by, and like we found like letters and stuff, and like just my fucking old like elementary report cards. It was like delayed. I need to stop daydreaming. We were just cracking up. It was funny. But like maybe 20 minutes later, the fucking music box, the music turned on and it was playing, and we were like, what the? She was like, what the hell? I was like, she's here. And then today the light was paranormal stuff, not anything that, freaks me out, but because I see them as signs, and like, them, like her being there, which is weird. Like it makes me emotional, but I know her energy. So when the lights went out today, like when the light was flickering, I was like, I don't need my mom. I need the Mona that like was her truest self before everything happened, and she became narcissistic and like damaged and like hurt and wounded and stuff, and like before all her trauma. I need that person. I need to be surround my energy, to guide me, to like be that person, be that energy, not this all fucking flickering light bullshit. And the fucking light was like, okay. It was like poof, poof, like that. It was weird. It was like, because I wasn't talking out loud, I was saying it in my head, maybe a couple things I had said out loud, but yeah, it was like poof, poof. It was like, okay. It was like, okay. And then it stopped, and then I got out of the shower, and then it did it, and I was like straightening my bangs or whatever, and it had like flickered like a lot, and then it just went out for like 3 seconds, and then it just turned back on. I was like, okay. And then I did it like 2 more times. I was like, damn. I say all that to say celestial energies. This full moon in Scorpio, did I say Scorpio? I said Scorpio because it's the direct opposite. It's in Taurus. So Taurus and Scorpio are in direct opposites. So the 1-7 energy, which is a Pleiadian pinpoint. It's a Pleiadian mark of like celestial energy. And I say all that to say like these things could be going on, in, someone else's life besides mine. But yeah. Just sharing about my downloads. Okay, so this obviously full moon. It's a super full moon, beaver status. Beaver status. Okay, so it's a beaver super full moon in Taurus or whatever. So taking it back to like beavers and how they, prepare for winter. That's what this energy is. Plus, like I did a reading yesterday at the park, but everything was so still, and like it felt like very like weird. Like I was not feeling it. I was feeling like that, like it was just a weird energy. And since it's in Taurus, Taurus is earthy, and it's very rooted. And I have been around Tauruses, and they're lower vibrational traits. Like they're stubborn, they don't budge, they don't compromise, they're set in their ways, they're just a tree. That's how I see Tauruses. Whenever I hear Taurus, I imagine a tree that's like deeply rooted, like that's been around forever and ever and ever and ever. Check it out. I want to show you the trees. Hold on. Look at that. like that big ass oak tree back there. Anyways, but yeah, that's how I picture Taurus energy. And you know, in a storm, they're very good about being grounded and solid, and just they really don't break. I mean, they break, but they bend, but they don't ever unroot themselves, which is a good and a bad thing. Sometimes, you know, they're very what is it? A creature of habit, you know, and that makes sense because it's a nature oriented energy. But I say all that to say that it's releasing things obviously that don't serve us, and this and that. And but being a super full moon beaver status is beavers, you know, around this time they prep for the winter. So stability, like home, food, whatever they need to survive within within the winter months, right? So they're prepping, they're securing their foundation, like their home, right? In this time, it's like being grateful for what we have, what you have, what I have, as individuals. Reflect on your own progress. Like, how far have you come from what a year ago, and 6 months ago, and 3 months ago, and maybe a month ago? Like, has there been any progress in how you want to move in life, and just who you want to become after everything that has, you know, been exposed and seen and you know, and just acknowledged and whatever. It's reinforcing your foundations, shedding old patterns, grounding yourself in the present. And 2025. So 2025 is the year of the 9, which is inevitable for, you know, it's a vibrational number 9, which means endings. So that is what this year has been, a lot of endings, a lot of you know, like relationships that are no longer, companies that are no longer, like things just ending that have been built on a faulty foundation, right? And so that's inevitable. However, endings bring new beginnings, and next year, 2026, is the number 10, which is a 1. Also, going back to the vibration of the number 9, it also means wholeness, resolution, understanding, you know, a direction. Sometimes on our journey, there becomes decisions that we need to make, right? And so I'm so tired. I look tired, I know. I am tired. But anyways, I went to bed late, like at 12, and I woke up at 6 because I had to do my laundry because I didn't do it over the weekend, so I am tired. Anyhow, so there's decisions that we need to make, you know, and on our journey, and that ultimately ends something and starts, you know, puts you on a whole new path, right? Because it's a choice that you're making, regardless of whatever choice it is, whether people think it's right or wrong. That doesn't matter. We need to make decisions based off of our best interest, our own best interests. So regardless of people's opinions and what they think you should do, blah, 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 is awesome. But ultimately, we should make our own decisions when it comes to anything like that, because then, you know, it takes away that energy of like, well, you said I should do that, you know, and listening to other people. It kind of takes away the accountability for the choices that, you know, regardless, even if you did what someone else said, that choice is ultimately still yours, right? Even though you listen to them, a choice is a choice, and you still made it regardless, right? So listening to other people, leaves space for being able to not take responsibility for your decisions or actions, right? So you can blame someone else, and if you fail, oh well, it's your fault, whatever type shit, And so make decisions based off of how you feel and how you want to, which way you want to go. So, and your experiences from the past. Do not make any impulsive decisions. If you're unsure, sleep on it, anyways, so, and that leads to uncharted territory sometimes, like the unknown, like and it uncovers things, uncharted territory, the unknown. You don't know what's gonna be on that journey either, There could be lions and tigers and bears. There also could be people. Because I've learned that people will waste your motherfucking time. And not only that, people will intentionally, for God knows what reason, that goes up in their head, what goes on up in their head, they'll just be on your path just to delay you, or just try to try to get your attention for as long as they can, to delay you for whatever reason, probably because they have nothing better to do. I don't know, maybe it's their mission and it's a test, of like the opposite energy, to see how how you deal with it, how you handle things. And that's all about experience. You could read the signs, you could feel the energy, you can use your discernment, and that's what this is all about. So I really actually have a question. I'm going on these downloads. So, after all this bullshit that has happened within the past year or whatever, and October 30th was the anniversary of getting those phone calls, just FYI. It was bad. It was the day the Dodgers won the World Series last year. That was the day I got the phone call for Philip G. whatever. Anyways, I don't mean to bring up shit, but I just thought of it the other day. I was like, damn. Anyways, but they won the World Series again, and no drama. So, bravo for that. So, do you feel like this? You don't have to answer whatever, but have you ever thought about how you perceive yourself after all this has happened? Like after, if you were involved or whatever, like in any way, shape, or form, do you feel like you're a leader in your own life, or like you're a follower in your own life? Because if I really sit and think about it, it's like that was the whole point, because it was like the blind leading the blind, at that moment, like during all that time that, everybody was kind of believing and, just talking, and it also makes me wonder, like, how like the readers or whatever, and I'm not trying to clown or bag or whatever, but it's just, it ran through my mind, like, everybody would pull like cards and energies and like, give the storyline of falseness, like, what was it? Are those true readers, or are those, just the minions and like just going along with the storyline to whatever, make it feel real or something? So that crossed my mind, and but it was all for a purpose. If you don't know, I'm sure you're coming to the awareness of that. Like, that was the whole point, right? To the truth to be unveiled and to understand that, you know, you fell for the okie doke. You know, a lot of people that say, don't fall for the okie doke, were the motherfuckers that fell for the okie doke, or were the okie, or were the dokie, or fell for the okie doke. You know what I mean? And it was like the people who didn't fall for the okie doke were the stupid ones. But in reality, you know, in reality, it was to show, or like to realize, that's how the programming works. You know, that's being programmed. That is, that's, I'm parked in like a red zone, but it's like a dead end or whatever. Someone's house. Anyways, it was, the whole point was to, you know, reflect on that. And I guess that's what we can do now, right? Reflect on that those moments. And I lost my train of thought. Reflect on those moments, and it was like the blind leading the blind, programmed people, sheeple, just going along to fit in, or to, you know, whatever the case was, whatever the reasons people did it. And, you know, whatever, because everybody's reason is probably different. And frankly, it's none of my business, and I really don't care. But whatever the reasons were, like, that is the program, right? That is the programming. That is the sheeple. That is like, not, it's like not using your discernment, or like trust yet verify. You know what I mean? Like, okay, say you trusted that person, whoever was the core, right? You trusted that person, but then, okay, like, I trust that, but you do your own research to see if it's even a fact. You know what I mean? It's like, I was with this one dude, and he would say, oh, let's go see this movie. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Or I would suggest a movie, and he would look at the reviews. He's like, no, the reviews suck, and we shouldn't go watch it, or whatever. Everybody thinks it's stupid or whatever. I'm like, bro, like, why can't we just go see the movie and like make our own judgment? Like, why do those people's reviews even matter? Like, nobody has the same taste in movies and shit, you know? So it's like, let's go anyway and watch it and see if we like it or not, rather than just not going because other people didn't like it, you know? And so it's kind of that scenario. And I'm not like bringing a bullshit because I feel some type of way. No, it's just the reflecting, right? Reflecting back on like how that is, and how now you're awakening to the fact, you know? I mean, if not, then you didn't. You know, then it doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying that to say, were you back then followers as well? Obviously, in my eyes, I would say yes. But in your eyes, like, for you, like, this guy, do you guys see yourselves different? Or, I don't know. That's just my question. You don't have to answer. You could just, whatever, disregard. I'm just curious. But yeah, so there's some goals and dreams, or like ideas that need to be like edited, to say, because it's like cluttering the main important focus that you feel is important to you. Let's see. It's also letting things slow down. There's let go of things slowing you down. Excuse me. Let go of things slowing you down. Things that you daydream about in lengthy periods of time, where it's like 2 hours have passed or whatnot, things that keep you safe and secure, that keep you in your little comfort zone, things like that. There's also this energy of Black Moon Lilith hovering, or like, it's like the energy of, what was, now it's like, what are you gonna do now that you know what you know? How are you gonna move? Are you going to stand in your power? Are you going to speak your truth and stand on your power and stand in what you believe in? Are you going to confront the darkness within? Are you going to explore your unknown, explore the darkness within yourself? Because it is okay to do that. And this energy right now, since Scorpio and Taurus are opposite signs, there's this energy of Scorpio being the sun in Scorpio, being supportive to these energies of speaking your truth. Because when you do that, when you speak your truth, when you are trying to be verbally, like, stand up for yourself verbally and physically and mentally, it is difficult, because you'll go back and forth with the doubt that you have within yourself, of not knowing what you stand for, who you are, in a solid way. And I've been there, trust me. Like, I fell for the okie doke one time. I mean, in the beginning, when I hi, monkey face. I have, but I also knew that, all right, like, fool me once, haha, fool me twice, so it's like finding who you are. People are gonna fall away, people are gonna get mad at you, people are gonna be aggressive, people are gonna fucking try to fucking push your buttons, they think you're a remote control, people are going to just drill into you more and try to break you. Let me tell you, that is a devil energy. That is the devil trying to get in your head. I can tell you one thing. That's the only way the devil can control you. That is the only way manipulative energy can control you, is if they can get in your head and make you react and make you do things that they find joyful, or whatever the hell. I mean, that's just weird, but okay. Okay. But what goes around comes around, right? So it's for a reason. So that's the only way the devil energy, the devil can control you, is if you let him get in your head. That's why it's very, very important to find out what's in your unknown. Go seek the darkness within yourself, because it may be hard or whatever, but at the same time, you will not be controlled, and you will not get sucked in by that devil energy. You will not have that. You'll have that discernment. You'll know who you are and stand on your shit. Like, oh, okay, regardless of what narrative they spin to make you look like a fucking, whatever, tossed up motherfucker. But we all know that when they say, when you or women or guys, like if it's a woman saying, oh God, or if it's a dude saying it, like, we know you mean you. Just like fucking, just like the last fucking energy of last year. Just like that. Like, that's how. And I'm telling you, like, if you smoke cigarettes, that is a way to, that's a pathway for that energy to manipulate your mind, to control you, because it's, and not only that, like, the churches say, fear the devil, blah, 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 blah. you know, and the churches sometimes are the devil's advocate, you know what I mean? And it's fear-based, and, you know, it's funny, like, my mom was that way, like, she would try to instill fear, you know, and that was, like, her way of, like, feeling whatever, you know, superior. And you know, I've been scared before, but did I back down? Hell no. Hell no. Because I could be scared all I want. It's just a feeling. Like, I know that, like, whatever happens, like, I can call on my fucking ancestors, and God has, like, literally, like, been there in the moment of, like, in that particular moment, that intense moment, that fucking, you know, I've been scared. And just silence and, like, comfort, and, like, just, I knew God was there. I knew I was being protected. I knew that something otherworldly was cocooning me, you know, multiple times. So don't be afraid of the unknown. We're all, you know, on different levels, and the people that are, you know, have been through the beginning and middle and, you know, through a lot, can really give you some insight on whatever it is, and whatever it is, you know. And I'm gonna hit that another day, because I fucking have been talking for 31 minutes and it's out of control. It's out of control. What time is it? Oh my God, it's 11:23. All right. Thank you, God, Source, angels, archangels, ascended masters, past on loved ones. Thank you for being here with the collective, and I thank you for comforting us, guiding us, protecting us, giving us discernment, giving us life, giving us rebirth, giving us the audacity to fucking close the door and never open it again, and give us the strength and the light and the darkness to be merged within ourselves, the masculine and the feminine, to come into balance, to have healed ourselves in a way that we can attract a partner and relationships that are equally yoked in that sense, in a healthy way, to have long-term friendship and relationships, and whether it's platonic, business, whatever it is, to know that regardless of how much space is in between the times that we speak, that there is loyalty there, there is trust there, and to erase the doubts of people who let their insecurities get the best of them when there's no communication, and go off in a different place where the mind can really be a horrible place within that fear and doubt and insecurity. Take them to a lighter place, take them to a place of trusting and knowing that there's loyalty coming back, there's trust, there's a mutual exchange of energy, and we're on the same page, and not to worry, to change our mindset, to reprogram those thoughts into something productive, into something positive, and to trust themselves enough to know that they're worthy, period, that they're loved, and they're looked after, and they're thought of, and they're appreciated. Protect our loved ones, protect our children, protect our things that we work so hard for. Damn, that was deep, yo. I felt that shit. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Wow. Okay. Something is happening. So, something is happening. Okay, so the Hierophant is the Hierophant energy is what we start off with. So, but in this deck it's a 5, meaning it is the energy of what goes around comes around, but in a spiritual manner. There is going to be some type of ending, like we said, right? Like I was channeling. There's an emperor here. There's an empire being. There's something cut off. There's something ending with an emperor and the empire. With the devil here. With the devil here. They're bound. Something's bound, and this is a God's doing. This is coming from. We have the Hierophant and the devil here. It's for a reason. There are things that people need to go through in order to I hate that, to get humbled, but it's not in that way, like, well, I'm gonna humble you type of shit. It's to give them the experience of taking things for granted. It's to give them the experience of humility in a way that interesting. Humility in a way that they've been humiliating others. Ugh. And that's what it says. That's what I hear. And with that devil energy, I got the High Priestess, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune. But it went like this. It went like that. So this High Priest, there's the High Priestess and the Hierophant. It's the energy of the masculine and the feminine energies within, and it can also be, it's the counterpart to the Hierophant. So it is the dark energy of the Hierophant. And like I said, and this High Priestess, this feminine energy, I predicted, called the Tower, because this tower is a good tower. Something unexpected coming. Not just bulldozes, and it's a very fiery energy. Happy birthday, Scorpio! It's a fiery energy. This is something fated. What does it say? I don't know. LOL. It does. This is LOL. Come on. No. It's fucking. And we have the Strength card here. And the World and the Sun. The Strength card, the World and the Sun. This is something that people have endured. There's endurance here. With the Strength card, there's endurance and still and being protected. Being protected with the Sun here too. This Tower card is this character. Looks like this character up here on the Sun card. It's bringing it's a good tower. It's illumination of something. It's rebuilding something that's fated with strong bonds, strong connections that are not bound. That are not bound by the devil, but they're more of a Hierophant, High Priestess energy. Celestial beings. I'm sorry. I went on a tangent, right? All right, let's pull on the Hierophant. Woo! What is good? Working hard and leaving people behind and not falling for the okie doke. People that have worked hard their hard work internally with this Hierophant, working with the Hierophant energy, working with your higher self, higher beings, higher frequency, energetic frequencies, energetically connected, working hard at that, leaving things behind. It's like working so hard, getting left out in the cold, but not going. It's like something goes back in order. Yeah, okay, so something goes back a couple steps. However, it's not being left out in the cold per se with this card. It's more like, what are you doing? You see how the bigger cat's looking at that younger cat? Like, it's kind of like, leaving that behind. Okay, so if it's 8 minus 5, it's 3, so it would be the 3 of Pentacles. So not working, yeah, leaving things behind, leaving other energies behind in the physical realm. So that's okay. So the 8, there's an 8 here and there's a 5, and it's working with others, not falling for the okie doke, having discernment, and walking away from things that are not for you, regardless if you feel like you may have less or that you're losing. You're not losing, you're gaining. The 10 of Cups here, it's more not emotional, it's more conscious based rather than material based. So that's why it went back to the 5, because because this Page of Cups here, it's like you were working so hard materialistic wise, but it wasn't benefiting you, so you walked away, which means that you materialistic money wise, material wise, you feel like you went back 3 steps. However, you learned the lesson. And so regardless, it's you're like, I rather have less material wise and be solid and happy with in a conscientious type way. I don't know, consciously, right? Being set free of that. Look at this fucking, he looks like Larry the Lobster, you know. It does come with heartache. It comes with hard truths. It comes with rainy days, cloudy days. It comes with sadness and heartbreak. Sometimes breaking your own heart is required. I hate to say that, but it is, because you can't love other things that are detrimental to you more than you love yourself, because you'll feed into that because you love that person even though it's bad for you. So you gotta sometimes break your own heart and leave the person that you love because it's hurting you, and it's not healthy for your state of mind. Because swords are that. We have the 9 of Cups here, you know. It's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows all the time. You know, it is gonna hurt. It is going to feel like, damn. Orion, por favor. We got the Emperor here. Hi, baby gal. We got the Emperor. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the high. It's a Knight of Pentacles here. There's a message coming in with truth, material world and truth. There's a 7 of Wands here. The 7 of Wands here, fighting off, trying to, okay, so with this here, it is fighting off the, it's like, not even fighting off, it's, Yeah, fighting off because someone's coming towards you. So it's also it could be multiple energies, but it's something tangible. It's something tangible, but it's linked to the devil. Careful. Look at both sides. Look at all angles. Look at the bigger picture when it comes to some things. When it comes to things, period. We have the Four of Swords here. Yeah, contemplate. Sleep on it. Sleep on it. Interesting. The devil turns sideways now with this peaceful energy. I always feel like it's being at peace with the truth of things. Yeah. Look at all sides. Know your truth. Be at peace with whatever decisions you're making. Don't feel pressured to. Ow, Orion. Jesus, you see? Don't feel pressured. She just kind of like. Don't feel pressured to make decisions or move on anybody else's like fucking watch. No. When I move, you move. No, I don't. When he tells me to move, I move. We got the Queen of Wands here. Decisive, action-oriented, being at peace and moving accordingly to you, to yourself, to your own energy. What is this? The Wheel of Fortune. It brings, it's... there's people gonna try to come back from the past. It says X, 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 X. And the four corner, like every corner is X, 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 X. Trying to get at this Wheel of Fortune, right? Trying to latch on or hold on to, it looks like fur, but trying to grab a hold of it. King of Pentacles here. You wouldn't know what to do with it, homie. That's what I heard. You wouldn't know what to do with it. You wouldn't know what to do with the Queen of Wands. Maybe too much for you. With this Chariot card here, it feels as though like this King of Pentacles is coming. Yeah, there's gonna be some type of communication. There's gonna be somebody is taking some type of form of action of communication. Maybe someone's taking a flight somewhere, flying somewhere overseas, maybe. But with this bird here, it's like the Toronto Blue Jays. Look, no, like it's like quit sweating me, bro. Like that's what I feel. Quit sweating me. Like I got my cups right here, you know. It's like okay, so let's just give rejection is your protection. Okay. People, never mind. Yeah. The spoiled brats, leaving behind spoiled brats, leaving behind fucking spoiled brats, leaving behind what do you want? I'm hearing that. What do you want? It's like a what? It's like a yeah, it brings conflict. It brings conflict. Look at this card. It's like conflict, but it's with themselves. And wait, and this thing's all happy. Look at. You know, it's like I'm coming. Like I'm out of here. Like it's like look at this. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. their their conflict is within. It's inner conflict. Maybe in the physical world conflict. Could be. Yeah, that's the truth. Ace of Swords. Someone's gonna, conflict with like their people that are like them. It's also that people, they're going to be dealing with the people that are like them, so dealing with people who are on their frequency, but it's a mirror, so it causes conflict. Yeah, with the Ace of Swords here, we have the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles with the Strength card. Okay, so the Four of Wands here is having that, freedom. Oopsie, that freedom, that stability, that freedom, and working towards that, like the beavers. But it's also looking out to see how far you've come, like giving yourself, standing at the down the way on the hill behind this house, and just admiring how far you've come, and being in that peaceful moment and giving yourself props for fucking handling things in a way that you were never taught, with the Ten of Pentacles here, abundance. Remember we started with the fucking Eight of Pentacles, now we're at the Ten of Pentacles with the Strength card. I try, no, I don't try. People like say these things like, oh, you gotta act like this, blah, 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 blah. Like, for me, I could feel that way inside, but I don't feel that way about myself. Like, I don't see myself as like this huge, like, whatever. I don't see myself in that way. And not that I'm afraid to, but like, I know myself, and I probably could get like egotistical too, you know what I mean? And like be all fucking, whatever, like my own fucking ego will kick in and just let it get to my head, right? I know that about myself, and not that I'm afraid that will happen. I'm obviously aware of that, but like, if it ever did happen like that, I would be disappointing myself, so that's why I stay true to myself, because even though that is a thing for some people, like I don't want to be that, because a lot of people, it does get to a lot of people's heads, and it's not a good look, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for myself. So I really stay grounded, and I never forget where I came from, and I'm grateful for the things that I have. And even though there is a lot more that I do want in life, like, I'm grateful for what I have. I worked hard for what I have, and when it comes, it comes. And we're not those type of people. I feel like the energy that we are in right now, whatever the frequency that we're connecting to, the celestial bodies, the celestial energy, the light frequency of Libra, I want to say, of Scorpio and Taurus, of like being out here but grounded here, like being galactic, being cosmic, being celestial, but like being here. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's like my heart is in the stars. Like I don't know, I just feel that way. But I'm here, like here living in this earth. It's like, that's why everything is so beautiful. But at the same time, it's like, I know this is only temporary, because I feel at home when I'm looking at the dark sky in the night. Like, I just could get like lost looking into the sky. Do you ever get like memories? I feel like that right now. It's so weird. Do you ever do that and get lost like in the sky at night and just like get memories of certain things? I do. Anyways. Well, that was interesting. We're all learning from our mistakes, right? That's what life is about, learning from our mistakes. And if you didn't learn the lesson, if you're refusing to learn the lesson, that's different. You know what I mean? If that's how you get down, that's how you get down. Like, be in that energy, but don't expect much from people. Like, you know what I mean? Because you become a natural repellent. Like, people become natural repellents to others, because people can smell the energy on some people. People can see right through people all the time, and I mean, not all the time, but people can pick up on it, and there's a lot of consciousness coming to the subconscious, coming to consciousness, and that's why a lot of things are changing in this world, because people are coming highly aware of manipulative people, and that brings out the aggression, and that brings out the hastiness and the whatever it is that fucking gets released from these people, because they are unable to get people, they're unable to attract people in order to fit their narrative, because they're like a puppet master. They're it's like a puppet master. Like, he needs little Pinocchios and Pinocchias to control, to make them feel superior and do their deeds, be the devil's advocates. But people are starting to see this whole thing has awakened a lot of people that were down for the cause, for the devil, being the devil's advocate, and I feel like that has awakened a lot of people, and I feel as though people are aware, and they see the signs, looking back and reflecting, and just not being aware to the point where every little sign, every little red flag is like a step further and further away from the energies that come off like that. And that's why the people don't get the things that they desire, or the people that they desire, because they have become the exact opposite of what they desire, and that makes them a natural repellent. They're a natural repellent for what they desire, and what they desire knows that. That's why they steer clear. And the person that the people that they desire don't desire them, because it's a false identity. It's identity thief. Isn't that what fucking Melissa McCarthy or whatever? Identity thief. where she punches Jason Bateman in the fucking throwaway. she steals his fucking credit cards and shit. Oh my god. It's like that. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's me. And she's like, now? Bro, that movie's hilarious. It's like, anyways, I guess I tried. But I say all that to say, people have experienced this collectively. So it is only the experience that makes people aware. So that's why things are changing for the lower vibrational frequencies, because they're unable to manipulate and get their way with other people in order to get their way, period. I don't know what the fucking do. Get their way to whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard out there for a pimp, I guess. It's hard out here for a pimp. So pimping ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy, man. I guess, I don't know. Pimping is easy though. When you don't slap hoes around, pimping can be easy. But pimp yourself, you know what I mean? Don't fucking. Pimping's easy when you're being like, you know, straight up and like true to yourself about it. But when you're trying to be a fucking scandalous pimp, then that's different. You know, you're trying. It's just the spiritual laws. Period. You know. People put other people through some mental and emotional and physical, you know, torment, and the scales are balancing. So it's only nature's way of balancing out the scales to show other people, to show those people what it's like. And it's not that we're doing it any type of way like to them. It's just that's the way it goes in the spiritual laws. Like, what goes around comes around. That's why if you know, karma's a bitch, but make sure that bitch is beautiful. You know, that's it. And when karma comes around, my sister's beautiful, not a bitch. Anyways, I'm out of here. I have a blueberry with peanut butter. I gotta go. It's already what? 11:54. Anyways, we're going to continue on this timeline and live out our missions to uplift, not put down, to grow, to evolve. No matter what stage anybody's at in their journey, it doesn't matter. The people that are ahead of you will always give you some great insight to help you through certain things, you know, because the people who want to not be saved, but the people that are willing to sacrifice things to save themselves are the ones starting the journey. And congratulations if that's you. If you're not, then that's okay too. Like you're ready when you're ready, and people won't see until they see, and that's okay. That's okay too. You know, it's not for everybody, and everybody won't come to this lifetime. And the people that are here that already know what's up, make it happen. You know, we're gonna live out our mission. We're gonna live out our destiny, and not give a rat's ass about that door that we closed, that cycle that we closed the door to. We can all work together to keep that door closed and to push forward and move forward in a higher vibrational frequency. And never look back, you know, to that other timeline, because it's irrelevant and it doesn't matter. And if it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You know, can't change it, don't want to change it. The decision is done, and we don't have to acknowledge it, address it, and or circle back. There is no opening the door from this end. You know, it's the door is actually gone. It's somewhere, but we can't find it. It's like on Monsters Inc. Is it Monsters Inc? Yeah, where they have all the fucking doors on that thingy. Yeah, it's like Monsters Inc. We don't know where the door is anymore. Probably fell. Anyways, what you doing, girl? So she fucking I don't know. Anyways, I gotta go. Thank you guys for being here. This was a long one. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. I could not do it without you. Without you, there is no me. Without me, there is no you. No, I'm joking. We're all here for a reason. And the ones that know. The ones that don't know, don't matter. You know. Be well. I leave you with health, wealth, and happiness, peace, love, and harmony. My name is Delana. Thank you for being here at Inner Revolution. Take care, guys. Peace out. Live long and prosperous. Take care. And I'll see you soon. I gotta go. What is this? Anyways, bye, guys. That felt weird, though. That was a weird smile. Anyways, take care. Bye.